Yeah, all set to make a dump trip, and hooked up my trailer, hooked up my chains, went to look for my plug, and it was completely missing. So I'm having to completely wire this whole thing here. And I thought I had one, but what I had was the wrong end, so actually it's this one. So I'm going to use the wires off of this and just add to this to go back to here. And then I've always had a problem with the ground, so I have to, because it's supposed to ground through the ball, but it never does. And what it does is make the lights flicker when the trailer bounces. So I ground the trailer to the car ground, the truck ground. That way it's a good connection. So let me get the rest of these on and run my new wires, get it all wrapped up. I got some wire loom here and some shrink tube, and maybe it'll be good for another 10 years, because that's about how long it's been since I had to replace this. All right, I've got all them shrink tubed, and I'm gonna slide one more big piece of shrink tube over that. And the reason I do this is because this, when you turn it, this flexes a lot. So, and it just hangs by its own weight. So you really want to give this every opportunity to, number one, stay waterproof, because water will rot these real quick and they'll fall apart. And then this just helps keep them together. All right, there's this end. I got my ground wire. Now I tape the ever-loving crap out of it, and then I put my wire loom around that, and I'll test my lights. I probably do that before I tape the crap out of it, but I'm not going to, because I've done this enough times where I'm pretty sure that's, I'm like 99% sure it's going to be just fine. All right, we got the taping done. Now we put the wire loom on it and go check the lights, make sure they all work. All right. All right, now we can go to the dump. Okay. Probably wondering why we're sitting here in the dark with two little green lights flashing. Well, those two little green lights are just my Makita battery charger. I'm in my dark garage. I adjusted the LED lights that I added onto my Gator, and here we go. My God, those suckers are bright. I'll tell you, and that's just the add-on. Here's the regular headlights. Here, I'll shut these off and put the Gator headlights on. Oh, wait, I gotta turn the key on. Where's the key? Find it in the dark. Not very bright. And I don't have the LED headlights in the Gator yet. I've ordered them. I should have them tomorrow, but tomorrow I'll be in Lucedale, Mississippi eating delicious cheeseburgers. I think that's gonna be just fine. Yep. Okay, I've been sort of tinkering with this. I checked my SWR and it's really high. And I have adjusted, this is a tunable tip antenna. And I have tuned and tuned and tuned and run it and run it out and run it in. So I think maybe it's a ground issue, maybe. I'm gonna add that ground wire and I'm gonna run it down right here to the frame. This screws right into the frame, so I'm gonna put my the other end of this behind that screw. I will pull this out and make sure that is gonna be a good ground, but I think it will. So let me do that and see if it affects my SWR at all, because it's not so high it'll burn my radio out, but over time it could. I don't plan on, sitting on it and chit-chatting, but I just want to make sure it's right. I like to get the SWRs down as low as possible. Now, I'm going to get away from this building and see if my SWRs are any lower. If not, then I think it may be the spring that I've got underneath the antenna that may be screwing up with the length, you know. I don't think they take them springs into account. Anyway, you know, it's low enough where it's livable if I just don't, you know, I don't have a lot of power. It's like putting out 4 watts. It's probably swinging 12. So, you know, as long as I don't go carrying on any long conversations, if it doesn't come down anymore, I'm just going to live with it. And I checked the one that I put on my roof above my porch, and it's below 2. So I'm going to live with that too. All right, let me go move to an area away from obstructions and test my SWR. That's livable for that channel, but I'm going to go up to channel 40 and watch. That's high. So if your SWR is higher on 40 than on 1, then your antenna is too long. So I'm going to shorten that antenna a little bit. It will bring my SWR up a little bit on channel 1 and down a little bit on channel 40. So let me do that. All right, I have messed with this and messed with it and messed with it. Here's channel 40. That's as good as it's going to get. Now let me go down channel 1. So I'll just stay down, you know, on 1. I'll stay on the lower numbers. I can live with that. Wow, I don't know, you know, the only other thing I can think of is to add some coax, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just live with the SWR. Okay, that's all.